Hello people, today's video is a wig review for AliExpress. I bought this cute short wig from AliExpress. It didn't take any time to get here. Just if you want to see how I pulled it all together, stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing that I did is I found me a stocking cap. Now, ideally, what I should have had was a light brown cap, but since I didn't, I kind of just worked with what I already had. I wanted to go ahead and open the box up with you guys so that I could show you who this is from. This is from Monica Lee. She's a seller on AliExpress. It came with the wig cap, of course the wig, and she gave me these cute eyelashes that are awesome that I'll probably try out sooner or later. I am not sure. And as I unopen the bag, let me go ahead and show you the inside and how well the wig cap is actually made. It seems like it's a full wig cap, and it's probably about a 3 or 4 inch, I want to say maybe about 3-inch parting space up in the front. I know, as you'll see later, when I tried to part it, it wasn't much. It wasn't too flexible in the parting, but it could just be me. So I'd like to always try the wigs on first just to make sure before I cut any lace that they actually fit on my head. This actually was quite snug. It took a little bit of prodding, but it actually fit. This is a standard cap size, and normally I have no problem with that. It just seems like around the edges or the front of my head, sometimes it doesn't always fit. So because I have thin edges anyway, I always try to work it out. You'll see what I mean later. So I've come back here and I've actually cut off all the lace. And now I'm gonna do a double got to be glued method where I'll be using the black and the yellow glue. First I'll do one layer of the yellow, which is kind of pasty. It's not as clear as the black, but it seems like the hold is a little bit better. Some people use an actual, I want to say, popsicle stick or popsicle like stick to spread it on. I'm just gonna go ahead and use my fingers, and I try to get on a pretty solid layer on that all around the edges. And as you'll see later, I usually have a little issues with the edges. It just seems like right around the front of my head, my edges don't quite grab, but that's okay. You'll see how I work that out shortly. So from there, I am going to go ahead and grab the got to be glued spray. I should have already had this out. I apologize for disappearing from the camera. I had to search it out underneath the bathroom sink, but here is my trusty got to be glued spray. It is super cold. If you see me frowning, it is because of the shock of the coldness. But this stuff right here, it will be sure to tack that wig down and actually, hold for 5 days. So I let that dry for about 15 minutes, and I came back with the black got to be glued, which is a clearer solution. I just put it right on top, and although the majority of the white was dry, I went ahead and made sure that I had thinned out the layer of the white got to be glued as much as possible. And I just continued to go around the perimeter of the front of my head. I never ever, even on a 360 lace, I never put it in the back, because I'm just not that good at it yet. So as you can see, I do another coat of the freeze spray, just to, again, let it set, because I want to wear this wig through the end of the week. Alright, so actually I've come back. I have my rat tooth comb. The glue is nice and tacky, not too wet. What I'm going to do is go ahead and start at the top of my head, and I am going to use the back of the comb just to kind of press it down so that the edges become seamless where you can barely tell. Now the thing about the got to be glued, it is going to be a little bit crusty. I will clean this up at another time, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to keep on rolling with it and get this all done. And as you can see, what I was saying about my edges doesn't quite fit, but my method is I pull a little bit of the hair forward, and then a few of the strands will stick to the glue, kind of giving me like a baby hair effect without trying, and that works too for me. Now, a lot of times I have more time with it. Sometimes I can stay in front of the mirror for 45 minutes to an hour, just kind of messing around so that it looks more natural. But because I am on my way to go get my nails done and I need to do something to my head, I'm kind of rushing through this, but you get the general idea. So I go back to the top and I try to secure the top as well. As you can see, the top is going on pretty seamless, even without me putting on any foundation or makeup on it. It's kind of blending into my head, and kind of giving the appearance of it growing out of my head. Again, absence all the shine and the crustiness from the excess got to be glued. It's pretty secure. I'm having to pull it over a little bit more on this side because, like I said, I got a big head, and sometimes the average cap does not fit. This is one of those times, but it just barely doesn't fit, so it'll have to go a little bit behind my hairline. And because I'll probably wear this side down anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. It is kind of secure enough for me to style it and not be too noticeable. So I'm going to continue to just tack down this wig by using the back of this comb as much as possible. And again, during this video you won't see me actually cleaning up the crusty areas. I usually do that later, but it will be cleaned up before I actually walk out the door. Right now I'm just concerned for making the wig stay and making it just making it as flat as possible in the front. And as you can see, the black wig cap, you can barely see it. It just all depends on the positioning of the wig, and that's very important. So you can't tell what color, and that's how it should be. Once again, I'm just going through and trying to make sure that these edges are done. The glue has taken some of the strands, and as you can see, my big old forehead, I'm all up in the window, sorry, or all up in the camera, but it is what it is, and this thing is not going anywhere. So now I can begin to try and style it, but first what I'm going to do is grab a little scarf, and I'm going to try to make sure that the edges are dry. So for about 15 minutes I'm going to place this around the edge of my hairline so that it can be nice and secure. Alright, so 15 minutes have passed. I've already taken it off. It is nice and secure, nice and flat. Like I said, I gotta fix it some of these crusties that you can see. Um, I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that during the video, but for the most part, the wig is on just like we want it to be. The hair is nice and soft too. It was easy to comb through, very minimal shedding. I will say that. But as I mentioned, I wanted to kind of change the part. And maybe if I take some more time, I can. But the way that it's set up, the way that it came, it was very hard for me to try to put it in the direction that I wanted it to go. It kept slipping back. And this wig actually came pre-plucked, but it's not plucked enough for me, so that'll be something else through the couple of days I'll be working on, probably widening the part a little bit so that it looks more natural. But for now, because I am in a rush, I will just let it lay. So I'll try my best to kind of work with this part some. I am going to get a spray bottle and just spray some plain water on it just to kind of make that center lay down for me, because it would not, no matter how many times I parted it wanted to do its own thing. But when I put a little water on it, it tamed it a little bit so that I can move on and actually attempt to style this thing a little bit. Overall, I kind of like it because I wanted to get a short hairstyle where I'm at. Today is 107 degrees, so it needs to be a short hairstyle, if you know what I mean. So now, I mean, when I pull this back, you can kind of see that they pre-plucked it in the front. I just don't think that they did a great job pre-plucking it all over, because if you can see by the part, it's pretty thick. So when I have some more time, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and pluck that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and grab my tweezers and just try and clean it up just a little bit in the front. I don't have time to give it the custom pluck that I really want to, but just to kind of give you an example of how quick and easy it would be to pluck it. If you can see, it's already starting to widen up. I just don't have time to do the whole wig right now. So, but I think that it's going to be pretty natural when I get an opportunity to pluck it all. I think I'm going to pluck the front so that it's not so thick and heavy, and so that if I decide to wear like a slick back look, the hairline will look more natural. Now, I'm kind of new to the whole lace fronts and all of that. I've only been wearing them for about 6 months. So there are other channels who do the plucking process and the baby hairs and all that far better than I do, but I'm not bad for a novice. I think that I do okay. Most of the wigs I wear, I do get compliments on them. But overall, I think this is going to be a cute wig when I can take my time with it. It's going to take some customizing. But the great thing about this wig, it was super, super cheap. It was, I believe I paid $60 for the wig. And this is 100% human hair. And I will give you the specs of everything down below once we've completed this try on or this wig review. But other than that, so far so good. I would have to wear it a little while longer to tell you about shedding, tangling, and all of that, as this is my first day. Normally I would co-wash the wig, but I didn't do that. And you know, I might even bleach the knots so that the lace is a little bit lighter, but I did not do that. So now I'm just going to take my trusty little flat iron and just try to bump it a little bit. It has a nice cut to it. You don't have to do much but style it if you take your time. I really think that it was coming out pretty cute until I got to look at my phone and it was alarming me that it is time, almost time to go. So I just wanted to put some real quick curls in it and kind of just make it not look so straight out the box. And I think that it is going well. So just stay tuned and watch me finish styling it. As you can see, it came out pretty decent looking. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get rid of all this chalkiness around, something that a little witch hazel alcohol wipe that up, and it will be just fine. I think it looks pretty nice to just go out and handle the business that I need to handle, and the back is nice and cut very well. And all I need to do is come back and maybe put a little bit more love into it. But for now, this will do. I'll clean it up before I walk outside. But this is it, guys. I'll leave all the information down below. This is a cute wig for the summer. Don't be afraid of short hair.